Okay, so we're over the shock of finding an entire fish in the shark's stomach. We're over that. We thought it was cool and a little gross. But if you come a little closer, we're going to look at the reproductive organs now. And so the shark has ovaries, and as Caroline pointed out, these ovaries might have eggs in them. And the shark does have these ovaries, and then they have the oviducts, which lead to the uterus. And you can tell it's the uterus, not the stomach, because it's a thinner wall. See how it's thin like this? And this is all connective tissue. When you open this up, we're going to see if there are any eggs and this would be egg yolk. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So this is a baby shark. Dogfish sharks are actually oviviparous, which means they have eggs. The eggs hatch in their bodies, and then the egg yolk feeds the baby. And this is a baby being fed by the yolk inside the mom. And this would be born live. There may be another one. So here, would you like to hold the baby? There may be another one because this is an egg yolk. You want to check that out? Yep, there's another one. So this is the egg yolk, the food. There's the baby shark. These would be born live. So that's pretty cool. And this has all kinds of nutrients going to it. These are veins and arteries. Remember the dye? They're not really pink. The shark actually has 2 ovaries, so we may be able to find more infant sharks on this side. We'll see. If I open up the wall of this uterus, again, they don't give live birth like mammals because they don't have a placenta. Instead, they lay eggs. The eggs hatch inside, and then the babies are born live.
Oh, this one has like more vivid dark spots.
And they do look just like baby sharks, don't they? They are eggs. They look just like adults, and that's it. So this one has how many pups? That's what they call baby sharks. 4 pups, each with its food source. Sometimes in sharks, the biggest, strongest one eats the other ones, and they actually have 1 pup. Sometimes all 4 are born. They don't take good care of their babies for a long time, so they're more like an R strategist that way. But they do keep their babies inside protected before they're born, so they're more like a K strategist that way. So sharks are kind of halfway between. A couple other things that we might be able to see. This is food for the baby sharks. It's like an egg yolk.
Oh yeah, because like there's a rip right
Does that
here
make sense?
Like all white.
Yep, that's food for the baby shark.
Oh, that's kind of
okay. Cool. So now that we looked at the baby sharks, let's take a little look at some other things in just a second. Realize that this shark had some eggs in its ovaries, passed down the oviducts to the uterus, and had 4 pups with attached to egg yolk sacs. Again, they're oviviparous. Oviparous, egg-bearing. Viviparous, like us, live young. Ovoviviparous, keep their eggs inside but give birth to live young. Again, eggs, pups. I want to take a look at a couple other small internal structures. We're almost done. If you look inside the gill slits, remember they don't have an operculum, a gill cover. They still do have those feathery gills with gill rakers like a fish. So I don't know if you can see that. See that feathery gill right there with all those layers? That's how it exchanges oxygen with the water. We have lungs. Sharks have gills. That's another difference between mammals. Remember, mammals, even though they live under the water, like a dolphin or a whale, they have lungs. They need oxygen from the air. This shark can breathe right underwater, doesn't need to come up, and that's what the gill looks like there. And they have 5 gill slits. Some sharks have 6, some have 7, but none of the sharks have an operculum, right? So look at all those rows of gills. You can see they're dyed pink like that because there's a lot of veins and arteries because the gills need blood to carry that oxygen. Same thing on this side. You can totally see this. Now it's getting really hard to cut into this shark now because these are so muscular, especially up here in the body part. So it's getting really, really hard to even cut into this cartilage and muscle. Thank you, Caroline.
Here's a little fish eye.
But I do want to see if we can get to the heart, and I'm getting there. Anybody see something that might look like a heart?
Oh, that.
Yep, there's the heart. And you can tell because it has a lot of veins, a lot of arteries. Again, it's a 2-chambered heart. It's not very big compared to your heart, but you can see that heart in there to beat. Again, fish are also, all fish, but especially this chondrichthyes, ectothermic, so it's cold-blooded. There's a couple other structures in there. We're going to take a look at the mouth, and we're also going to take a look at the eye in just a minute. I just want to take a closer look now that we looked at the internal structure to this pregnant dogfish shark. We want to take a look at its teeth and jaws. Remember, jaws are really good. They're a good adaptation because they allow you to eat a lot more things, open up your mouth, eat larger objects. As you can see how big of a fish this shark ate. I'm like feeling these rows and rows of teeth, but they're hard to see because the shark's mouth is not open.
Did you just break a tooth?
No.
We did.
Yeah.
I think I just broke its jaw. So I'm going to try to pull this open just so you can kind of see it. It's really hard, again, because there's a lot of muscle in here. But we're going to try to take a look at it. Sharks do have tongues also, and the tongue doesn't move very well in a shark. It's not like your tongue that you can like stick out like that. So when I'm putting my hand in here, though, I totally could cut myself on these sharp teeth. Even though they're tiny, as far as sharks go, they're still sharp. So I'm trying to let you see inside here.
I think I can see something.
Oh my gosh, Caroline.
It's the head of
Look
the
at that.
fish.
That is so cool.
Do you want me to get some tweezers and try to get it out?
Totally.
Wait.
Totally a fish.
We have to
barely eaten.
It's like down its throat.
That is crazy. Look at
Oh,
that.
another fish. That's kind of cool.
That is really cool. So that
can tell
fish
that it's
just
really
got
digested.
swallowed. Again, these are carnivores. They totally eat fish. They're predators. They're great predators. You can see its tongue here. And you can also see, here's the row of teeth. Here's its jaw. They're really quite sharp, even though they're tiny. Can you see them? And there's several rows of teeth, and they're sharp. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Even on the top too. Look, I'm gonna open it like that. Can you see the teeth there? So
like straight.
they are sharp and they're straight, and you can see it works because it's a she definitely caught a lot of different fish. So that's really cool. I also want to try to get the eyes out. We do this with most of the things we dissect.
Can I do the first
So go ahead. Yeah. Kara, use these forceps and see if you want to pop out the eyeball. There's something over the eye called a nictitating membrane. Move your head back.
It's
a nictitating membrane, which is like an eyelid that it's clear, right?
Yeah, it's
and it
like
protects the eye. Yeah, so let me put a little
like plastic
let me get
wrap.
a little hole. It is like plastic wrap. Nictitating membrane. But inside that nictitating membrane, go ahead and see if you can find an eyeball in there, Kara.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, hold back, move back, up.
Here, I can get it.
Okay,
You squeeze and then.
can you get it? You gotta move your head back here.
Sorry.
Can you get it from this side?
I see it. It kind of looks like a
Oh,
pearl.
there it is.
It looks
And
like
that'd
a
be the
pearl.
lens of the eyeball. Caroline, you want to try the other one? Cut through the nictitating membrane and the eye socket.
You can definitely see the jaw now.
And the spiracle you can see really good, right? Just a minute. Oh, I did cut myself. You see that?
Where?
It's okay.
Oh, no, that's a lot of
The shark bit me a little bit.
Yeah. Can we get you a Band-Aid?
Just maybe a paper towel would be good.
No, we didn't.
Okay, let's take a look at that eyeball.
A lot of
Through the
things should
nictitating
come out.
membrane. And can we get it?
If not, we still have it. It looks kind of like a pearl.
Yep, so show that eyeball. And that's the lens of the eyeball of the shark.
I see it.
Yep. It's deep in the eye socket, again covered by a nictitating membrane, which protects the eye and doesn't quite close the eye, but it covers the eye.
This is really hard.
Yeah.
It takes so
Well, don't worry about it. We got one eye out. That's okay. All right, so I think we've seen everything cool about the shark. I really enjoyed this dissection. As soon as we get back, I really do want to do it live with you guys. I miss you all. I wish we were in the science lab all doing the shark. It smells bad, but not that bad. It's probably the one part you don't really miss. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to open up in the class notes a page called Shark Dissection while you watch this, or after you watch it, and answer a few questions about some things that I said. So I'm glad you got to join me for this shark dissection video. I miss you all. Stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.